What's up, Toronto? We're about to take part in what should be a pretty fantastic dinner party that's going on as part of 1,000 Dinners Toronto. It's a one-night only event and there are hundreds of dinners happening throughout the city tonight. Everyone at these dinners will be talking about how we can improve our city, so what makes this dinner party different? Let's go in and find out. Happening tonight, but what makes this one in particular different than the rest?
Well, we're having it at the home of Samara Canada, which is a charity dedicated to improving political participation in Canada. A second way is the fact that it's a group of all women, and there's about 20 of us here tonight. So I think it will make for some very interesting discussion.
In some ways, young women are redefining and sort of shaping cities. We are living as singles longer, driving demand for a particular kind of housing, driving, condo demand.
Women are vastly underrepresented at City Hall in positions of leadership in the city, and I do think that affects the conversation and maybe the prioritizing of some of the issues.
I was literally on the subway going to a bridal shower, and an old man took his dick out. And I didn't know, I guess it's like funny, but at the time it was actually sort of terrifying. Because it was on an older subway car, there was no video surveillance, and so there was no proof that this had happened, there was nothing I could do. And the TTC writes over their own videotapes, even if there were tapes, every 72 hours.
What do you think needs to change policy-wise in the city to make transit safer for women?
I want to see our transit authorities and our local police take the issue of unwanted sexual attention on public transit more seriously.
I don't know a single person in my peer group who wouldn't be willing to pay a 2% municipal GST to have subways, and not just subways, and better transit. Better transit.
We are the ones who are sitting on those packed King Street cars or trying to cram into the Bloor Yonge subway station at rush hour.
Right, because more and more millennials aren't buying cars and they're moving to urban centers so that they can take advantage of the transit, but then the transit's not serving them.
I live in a tiny house with a tiny lawn, right? And I made that choice to be close to the subway. If someone lives in Scarborough, which I visit all the time for my work, lives in a bigger house with a big lawn. That's your choice, but with that comes a car.
It's very easy to live in the downtown and to dismiss the priorities of people who live in the suburbs as not important or not relevant to us. The fact is, we all live in the same city. We have to provide infrastructure and services that meet the needs of the city as a whole.
There's a chunk of the Toronto community that has felt historically disenfranchised from and disconnected from that downtown Toronto identity.
How do you think that citizens should go about making change?
Talk with your neighbors. Like, if people choose to bother, come together, actually talk about tonight. Like, what are the ideas that would solve a problem in your neighborhood? And after you've come up with what the solution is, build your action plan. What resources do you need to pull together, both human and financial, that can help make it a reality? We launched September 18th, and here on October 7th, we have just over 500 dinners being hosted across the city tonight.
Congratulations!
Thanks so much. I think it really speaks to the passion that exists here in the city of Toronto and the desire to make our great city an even better place.